Ah, yes. The all powerful, all knowing, all money having gringo who thinks he's superior to Colombians got his itty bitty weedy feelings hurt. Because the thing is that I was talking about that in different regions of Colombia, because each region is like a separate country. Pay attention to this. I'm putting these captions here because this is going to come back to him. You see, my friends, he had made a very disrespectful comment about Colombian moms, about a fake misrepresentation of a study online about single mothers in Colombia. You want to go down that route? Guess what? I do my research. To be quite honest, she's not really into you. Most of them have another boyfriend. You think you're investing into a relationship, you're not. And you could say she's your friend, but you're investing into somebody else's pocket. Just look at the guy behind me. I'm going to make a video about this one too. Sad story with these passport bros. Passport because this is going to come right around. I told you I was going to come back. I was going to come back with the receipts. And I'm going to go by every single comment that you're saying in chronological order. So for those who want to know what's happening and you want to know what the tea is, just wait a little bit. It's going to come. Just pay attention.
Así que escojan sus números que la suerte está en el aire. Y ahora desde Tumaco, Nariño, con usted, Chureo Callejero. Pásame mi canalete, que me voy para el otro lado. Me voy a cortar mi palo, voy a hacerme mi tapao.
We had different forms of cooking. And when I proved them wrong, you know what he does? He goes the full racist route. Typical European colonialists, because they say that they don't want to be racist and they say they're not them, but you guys act just like the colonialists from Europe. This is not the 1500s, homeboy. Us Latinos can fight back. He does the typical gringo temper tantrum, implying that I'm poor and that I had to leave Colombia for whatever reason, yada, yada, yada. And then he says that something about, Colombian moms being single moms and that I have to look at my own people. And then he mentions something about passport bros. To add insult to injury, he's riding on a Spirit Airlines airplane and he posted on his TikTok. You have more than one video showing that. And you could tell he's not even first class because he's sitting by the wing. Who are you trying to impress? Who are you trying to kid? He tries to attack our women, the Colombian moms. Okay, you want to go there? I got you, homeboy. Don't you worry. This is the clapback. Señoritas, si vas a tener un amigo gringo, no sé si es un sugar o no, pero si es un amigo, por favor, dígale a tu amigo que no se meta con los colombianos, mal hablando de nuestra comida, insultando a nuestra gente y tratando de insultar la familia, la comunidad colombiana, la unidad familiar. Okay? So let's begin with his first comment.
You can get any Colombian woman from any part of Colombia, and she won't stand a chance against a Puerto Rican woman or a black woman from the South. This is the fact. The food in Colombia is just not flavored or seasoned. And I live in Sabaneta and I'm a chef.
What you see behind me is called encocado de jaiba. Jaiba is a crab. Encocado means that it's covered in coconut milk. Okay, this is created by people of African descent in the Pacific Coast. Does this look like it has no seasoning? With all these different colors, does it look like it's unflavored? Before I go further into that, let me show you something. Okay, so back in 2024, the magazine known as Taste Atlas said that the Colombian lechona, which is a pork dish, is the #1 pork dish in the world. Okay, this is it right here in the back. I don't see any of your southern fried food in that list. Okay, I don't see it on that list. All right, the lechona, not lechon. Okay, which is totally different. The lechona, it was the number one in the world in 2024. Now we're in 2026. Has it changed? Yes, it has. But at that time, it was number one. This is how it looks like. And I'm actually going to show you a video directly from Taste Atlas. So here's another dish created by people of African descent in the Pacific coast of Colombia. This is known as piangua. Piangua is black oysters. It can either be sauteed, it can be stewed, or it can be fried, okay? And you covered in coconut milk. Because it is a known fact that the people of African descent in the diaspora, meaning the people who are taken out of Africa, they usually, not all the time, but most of the time, the people of African descent have a good culinary heritage. And you told me that you're a chef, okay? Why are you acting like you're such an authority of all Colombian cooking and you tell me that you're in Sabaneta? Sabaneta does not represent me. You understand me? Sabaneta does not represent me. It does not represent all of Colombia. That is Paisa territory. And not every single Colombian is a Paisa. And you have subdivisions of Paisas. Paisas from Manizales, Paisas from Pereira. Okay? You have the different types of ethnic communities, like the Opitas, the Bajunos, like me, the people of the Pacific, the people from the Llanos, the people from the Northeast, the people from the Southwest, the people from the Amazon, the people from the islands, from the Pacific coast and the Caribbean coast. And like a typical racist colonialist, you come in there and lump us all into the same group, acting as if you know Colombia better than the Colombians. Why? Because you live in Sabaneta? It does not represent all of Colombia, bro. Each region is like a separate country. If you go to the northern part of Colombia, you will find a lot of people of Middle Eastern descent. This person wants to tell me that all of Colombian food is bland. You do not know all of Colombia. You know less than 1%.
And they haven't been even down here, never. They don't even speak our language. They don't even know nothing about Colombia. You know what I mean? But there is people that they think like they have a massive degree of dating and talking about Colombian women and describe how Colombian people are and describe everything about country.
Did you hear what the Colombian guide said? He's a black Colombian and he's telling you guys act like you have a master's degree in all things Colombian. You think you know Colombia better than we do. Okay, this is the ignorant arrogance of the foreigner. Because in Spanish, there's an old saying, la arrogancia es atrevida. Quick correction. La ignorancia es atrevida. I said it backwards. Just real quick before going to the next section, you say put him up against a Puerto Rican or a Dominican. First of all, I got Puerto Ricans and Cubans in my comment section saying, hey, the sofrito that your mom was making is the same one that we make, okay? And just to let you know, because I have Puerto Rican cousins, my Puerto Rican aunt who passed away because of cancer, rest her soul, who is in heaven now, okay? She told me that my mom is one of the best cooks that she have ever seen. And those who have seen my martial arts videos know that my teacher's Chinese, my wife is Puerto Rican. And she told me to tell my mom that if she wants to come and live at the house, all she needs to do is cook for the rest of her life. She doesn't have to pay a dime. Okay, that tells you how good my mom's cooking is. And for you to tell me, oh, well, you haven't tried Southern black food? I got videos of black people from North America saying that black Colombian food is good.
Let's chew Colombia.
Tastes like black people made it.
Then I checked out this spot called My Palenque, which is the first free town in Colombia. And it was delicious. It's completely black owned and everything had flavor. It was delicious.
What is this one? Sancocho?
Hey, there go Reese, and I am taking an Afro-Colombian cooking class. Please check the caption because I'm going to have extra details in there for you. But I will start by saying, Afro-Colombian food is the best Colombian food. Like, literally everything is flavored to the T. And it was just so interesting to see basically the diaspora at work because all these different African influences from, I believe it's the sancocho, to the different style of seafood rice, which is made almost like a paella, but a little bit different. The way they cooked with banana leaves, made it coconut rice. Even the lady asked, like, who made coconut rice? I'm like, you know, I made coconut rice before, but it was different than how I usually know how to make coconut rice the Jamaican way. It was amazing and got to meet some amazing people and be able to vibe in this community of black expats, being able to learn more about Afro-Colombian culture.
Con poco queso.
Con poco queso.
Por favor. Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
That Risotto? That be risotto and
3 black people just told you that black Afro-Colombian food is delicious. One of them, he said he made coconut rice, the Jamaican way, and he was saying that the Colombian way was better. Do you know what that sounds like? That sounds like your false accusations falling apart. I'm going to keep this short for now. On to the next comment.
Yeah, I said it. Now he's all in his sensitive feelings.
Oh yeah? Go tell a Puerto Rican that his food is the same thing as a Mexican. Or go tell a Mexican that his food is the same thing as a Cuban. See how they react and vice versa. Go tell somebody in Singapore or someone in Taiwan that the food is the same thing as Chinese takeout and Chinese American food in New York City. See how they're going to react. All right? You really don't understand Colombia, do you? And I keep on telling people, this is why I keep on saying that these foreigners, you guys that are coming in, these, whether passport bros or not passport bros, whatever they are, they're acting like colonialists, like racist colonialists. You're coming into someone's land, trying to strip away their identity and telling what they are, who they are, and how they behave and what they think. And that's very disrespectfully prejudiced and racist, believe it or not. Dare you to go to the northern coast and tell the people, the costeños, that they are the same thing as paisas. Go tell them that their food is the same thing as paisa and bland. See what happens. They will be throwing fists at you because I know them very well. Okay? I was there like about 2.5 weeks ago. I know how they behave. I know how they think. Because Colombia has, I'm not sure if you know this, but we have been in a civil war for the last 60, 70 years. The longest civil war in the Western Hemisphere. Who has the better food? Who has a better dialect? Who has the most education? Who represents the country better? Who has a better culture? You don't understand that. Do you know the rivalry between the Rolos and the Paisas? Do you know the rivalry between the people of the coast and the interior? You do not know the different rivalries from the different groups. So for you to tell me and compare my food to something that you don't know about and lump me all together, that is heavily offensive. So yeah, I am in my feelings. And I'm going to tell you with my Latino feelings, you're being disrespectful. And then you guys will sit there and wonder why the Colombians are pissed off at these foreigners coming in and you guys are getting kicked out.
It's sad he spent most of his life not achieving a better life.
I can guarantee you that I have a life way better than yours in more ways than one, spiritually, mentally, and physically. The reason why I didn't make a video sooner is because I have an actual career. You made this comment days before, but I do have a job. I do have a life. I do have friends. I do have somebody that I'm dating.
Just to run to the United States and pretend to be so offended about a place he left.
So by God's holy grace, we are walking in Tayrona National Park. This is a reserve.
Ayer hablé con Dios, me dijo no te frenes, que lo que estás sembrando.
So what is up, everybody? How we doing? So I am here in one of the beaches in Tayrona Park. All right, so this is my second part of me in Santa Marta. So this is me walking around Santa Marta 1 o'clock in the morning in a very, very bad neighborhood. There's something you don't do. Yep, so this is me somewhere in Medellin.
Llega esa decisión, porque esperar es mejor, a ver si la...
yo cogí este aquí de segundo piso.
Ah, entonces yo puedo coger el tercero. Ah, listo.
At his age, he should have a finca.
It seems to me, from some of the things that you said, you've seen some of my videos, and you will understand that I actually come from a long line of farmers on my mother's side. Okay? For those who don't know, a finca is basically a country farm. However, in Colombia, sometimes people turn them into vacation homes on the weekend or rental Airbnbs, but they'll put the nice fancy pools and the jacuzzis and stuff like that. The one that belongs to my family because you don't know if it belongs to me or not. But the one belongs to my family is pretty much generational. It was for my grandma. You know, we do grow stuff on it. We have like limon mandarina, which is basically half lemon, half mandarin. It's like a lemon combined with a mandarin orange combined. You know, we do have, you know, bananas and plantains and, you know, fishes and things like that. And when my grandma was alive, she used to have an orchid garden and everything else. So what makes you think we don't? See, this is the common stereotype that foreigner has. They think that we're poor. You know, granted, they are farmers and they're very humble. You know, I came across my grandmother's uncle and I was walking and I saw him laughing and I said, "Hey, you must be so-and-so's grandson." And I said, "Yeah, how'd you know?" He goes, "I'm her uncle." And I was like, "That's impossible. My grandma's 85. He goes, "Yeah, I'm her uncle." Because the people in the countryside, they're much healthier than we are. Tall man, like 6 foot. And he looked up and he said, "You see that mountain behind you?" I looked, he goes, that all belongs to me. "You see them houses up there that they're building?" "Yeah, I see they're building stuff up there. I sold that land because I don't need it anymore." You know, he's old already. And he had, his house was the size of a living room, but half of a living room. You could fit like a bed and maybe a chair and that's it. And to go to the bathroom, he had to go around. And this guy had more land than you. Listen, there are people with some serious money in Colombia, like with mansions. And I have showed them, especially north of Bogota. You have not seen, there's some people with some serious money legally. All right? I'm talking about houses with 23 rooms. And that's excessive.
He's so obsessed with those little passport bro minions.
Oh, you mean like that girl that you took on your trips here and there to like San Andres in Providencia and in other places? Because San Andres is an island that used to belong to England, and that, you know, that you were vacationing around there and the people speak English Creole and they cook like Jamaicans and people in the West Indies. But according to you, they don't know how to cook, right? So you tell me like that one particular girl who I have right here, and some of the girls that are leaving in comment section, some of them are like half naked. You think that I am that dumb? Do you think that I am that stupid? That I don't know what you're up to? Because I've seen some of your videos and I think I've seen people in your background that I have run into before, that I have known. You think that I'm stupid, right? You don't think I don't know what you're up to living in Medellin, because you know absolutely nothing about Colombia. You're telling me all this dumb stuff about Colombia that you know zero about. All you do is take videos in the most touristy places, Cartagena, Medellin. You have never gone outside of that. I can guarantee you do not know Medellin culture. Do you know the music that they listen to? Do you know San Juanero? Do you know Troas? Do you know Bambuco? I just remember Guasca. I guarantee you do not know those type of things. You do not know those type of traditional music. Ask your friend. Hey, I got this guy, this Colombian guy, or even show her my video. You talk about Bambuco and San Juanero and Festival de las Flores and Troas and all these type of things. Ask him. Do you know who Octavio Mesa is? I guarantee you do not know any of those type of things. I guarantee you do not know. You think I'm stupid, right? I know. I've seen your videos, Mr. Cigar smoking, alcohol drinking, going to. You think you're slick going to the same places that everybody else goes to. I have shown places in Colombia you have never been to. You think I haven't traveled? I've been to Dominican Republic. I've been in Mexico with my ex-girlfriend. Do you honestly think that I believe that you are traveling for culture and for everything else, and that you're dating a much younger girl who seems 20 years, maybe a little bit more than that, who could be your daughter, who has a son with dirty blonde hair, and you sit here talking trash because the most important part, we're coming up to that part right now. You think I'm stupid, right? No, I know what you're up to.
But he won't talk about the single mother percentage rate in Colombia. Then he would have to look at his own kind.
Sure, let's talk about it. Remember that my cousins are sociologists, anthropologists, feminists, and also psychologists in Colombia. Let's talk about it by doing a comparison with yours. Since you want to go after Colombian single mothers, let's start off with doing a comparison with your specific group of people. And this is not a racial thing. It's just that he started it first, and I'm going to compare it to his, okay? It turns out that about 47 to 64% of North African American children grow in a single parent home. Okay, single parent home without the father being there present. And when I did the research, it turns out that the percentage of Colombian women without that have children and don't have their father present in their lives about 20%. Okay, so if you take at most 67% to 20%, that is a huge gap, like 47%. Okay, so I know he's going to come up to me, but what about the 87%? Okay, people, let me help you understand. Anybody who understands statistics understands that information can get skewed depending on how you are viewing things. Okay, there was a study done, and we don't know if the specific study was well controlled in Colombia, and it showed that about 87% of women have children out of wedlock. It doesn't mean that the children are fatherless, like he's trying to say, which is a lie. Okay, because I just proved it to you with here, what shows here that's 20%. What happened was is that 87% in modern times of Colombian women are having children out of wedlock, which is true, and I'm not going to deny that. However, what I will deny is his accusation that the majority of Colombians have don't have a father in their lives. If you remember, when I showed you my video of my mom making sofrito, my father was about 7 feet away. My mom has about 6 brothers and sisters. All right. Each one of them, they all had children and they're in their children's lives. All right. I have many cousins. I don't have any cousin on my mom's side that has had any children out of wedlock even, or that has no father in their lives. The only one that I know of is on my father's side, and she's in America, in the United States. The United States. Okay. So no. So about 20% compared to 43, 44 to 67%. Into yours, no. And also in Colombia, we have something called adoptive fathers. Okay, so you have people who will take charge. However, let's go back to your situation with that girl that you're dating. Okay, she has a child. And if anybody knows my channel, they know that I have a lot of feminist women who are supporting my channel. And I'll be honest, I'm a feminist also. Indirectly, maybe not as strong as my cousins who are, deep into it and in the psychology and the philosophical side of it. But I am a feminist. And I do have a lot of African American women who follow me that are feminists. And guess what they have told me? They have told me that the North American black man will not be a father to other children of African American heritage, but they will travel across the world to be a father to the children of other races in other countries. Oh! Take that passport, go ahead! Check and mate, hypocrite.